Guys, welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect LFC. I'm your host Sam, and we are back again with another one. So it's gonna be an interesting game because Liverpool travel away to Newcastle to play against a team that is really wounded, angry, and want to respond over the speculation of Alexander Isak. The thing is this: let us try to clear the air before we get into the game. Liverpool have been quiet. They are interested in the player. A team is allowed to go after a player that they're interested in. That's clear. The rest of what has been happening has been between Isak and his agents. So is that's not me saying I'm running away from the situation which could turn up. I'm just giving you how things are like at the moment as things stand. But it's gonna be crazy, people, because that doesn't really matter. On the other news, Ben Dog has now been confirmed as a Bournemouth player. He moved 25 million pounds. That's a good deal for Liverpool, really. And there is a buyback clause in his transfer, so that's a good thing. Harvey Elliott could be moving, according to the rumors that are being told. Leipzig are interested, but Liverpool would prefer to keep him, according to Ben Jacobs. It's not really looking like that's what's going to be happening. That's all that is happening in the market at the moment. The Isak situation, we're just waiting. The Gay situation, we're just waiting. There could be some movement on Konate. Not really sure how far that has gone, but there could be some movement. But anyway, we move away from that because in this video, I'm going to be telling you my thoughts on the game, my prediction on the game. I've already given the prediction on the Football Connect. If you want to go watch the whole entire Premier League game with 2 predictions, they're already there. You can go check it out on the Football Connect. Then also, I'm going to be telling you my thoughts on the game, what I expect, how Liverpool can hit Crystal Palace, how we could be punished by Crystal Palace. No, not Crystal Palace, by Newcastle. How we could be punished by Newcastle going into this. How the midfield battle is going to be one of to watch because it's going to be crazy. Then also, and I think that's really important, the lineup team that I think will line up against Newcastle at the Goodison, and let's see what happens. Help us, Lord, really. So this is going to be a dangerous game, really, to go to. The reason why I say it's going to be a dangerous game because of the emotional the emotional uplift or roar that is already happening in the world of football over this transfer saga of Alexander Isak and the Newcastle and Liverpool. Liverpool are interested in getting Isak, and Newcastle don't want to sell. Of course, there's a lot of things that are going to be pushed to people are trying to put on what their thoughts and what they feel on the situation. But the situation is that this is a game that we just have to go and show what you're capable of doing, play our own way, and try to get the victory. Last time when we went there, the game ended up 3-3. I remember it was one of the best games I've ever watched because Liverpool were really challenged. We did not have Alisson Becker, if you remember that game, because Alisson Becker was in injury. We were playing with Kalara. Now there is Mamadashvili and Alisson. Alisson is fit for this game. And secondly, if I remember so well, we were missing one of the most pivotal players in the back line of Liverpool. If I'm not mistaken, or was it also forward? If I'm not confusing it, there were a lot of players who were missing in this game. We played it when we were hit by some injuries, some little niggers. So it only had to end up becoming Salah against Newcastle. For the first time, we are going into this team, into that ground with a team that is really fit and ready to challenge. It's game week 2, but also you have to remember they are also strong. They are already ready for this season and they're ready for this week. They might not have that gunman up top in Isak because of the crazy things that are happening right now when it comes to transfer saga, but they will cause chaos. They've added strength as well. We saw what Elanga was doing against Aston Villa. He is a strong player. He's going to be causing chaos. He will try by all means to be there. Bruno Guimaraes, Tonali, and as well as Jolinton. They are there. They are ready to show what they're capable of doing. And they're going to be pushing everything that they can in this game to show that they're the best. So the midfield battle is going to be very, very important. And I don't like this, but these are the facts. So, like I'm saying, it's not really ideal looking at how the game is going to go on, but there are also situations where we find so many battles, so many attacks that's going to be happening in this. Our backline is not really yet where we want it to be. But firstly, like I was talking about the midfield, Their midfield has been playing together for a long time. They understand themselves. We saw an example of a team that understands how they play with each other in Crystal Palace versus Liverpool, and they just had the best time, especially after the first half when the team had gone down. Because Liverpool have a tendency of starting so good, then they start to move out and losing the strength and things like that. And that's one of the things that could also we could see in this game, and it's gonna be crazy how the game is played out, like, and whatever that is gonna be happening. But one thing that I'm really curious to see how Florian Wirtz will function, knowing that he's gonna be the anchor that creates alongside all the players, the defensive line and the Jonington, the guys who are physical, who will push players out of the ball. It's gonna be interesting to see how that one plays out. Like, but also not only that, but moving on to the second part of the game, which is really important. How is McAllister and Gravenberch back in? Are they really fit enough? Because it's not ideal that they're just coming back from suspension for Gravenberch and McAllister coming back from an injury. We saw he played what he could do against Bournemouth, but he was not 100% fit the way we want to see him being. All of those things are going to be questions which are going to require answers from Liverpool, and they have to perform. They need to perform and show what they are capable of doing. They need to show us something good, and it's going to be exciting when you're looking at it as a rival. Mo Salah, Cody Gakpo, they're back and they're ready for the new season. We know what they're going to be offering. We know what they're going to be doing, but also the back line. According to some reports we are hearing, these are rumors, not yet confirmed by the manager. Frimpong has to fight against time to be ready for the game because of his hamstring. He has been complaining of the hamstring since the last game. So all of this thing could be interesting because he might not play the game, but we saw Connor Bradley back in the game. But how many games has he been back in training? How many games has he actually participated in training for him to take that position? We also have the new signing as well in the new defender we got. Could he be one that they force into play on the left back? I don't know, but we are ready for that. We are going to be seeing an interesting battle between Milos Kerkers and Elanga, like I'm saying. Elanga is a speedster. He enjoys football when he's running. He does it more when he's running. We no longer have a Trent Alexander-Arnold in which Gordon can target, or maybe Harvey Barnes. Gordon could be playing as a number as this front, or the guy who's going to be in the middle. He could be playing as the number 9 for now, as Newcastle still don't have Alexander Isak, in which Newcastle are saying that they're not going to be selling, they're going to be keeping for the season. So it's going to be interesting to see how that one plays out. So there's a lot of things, that so many questions that we could be asking in this game, because we're not really sure how our team is going to set up like. We're not really sure how we're going to be looking like, but we need to perform. We need to show some good performance. Some attack means that will show us that we have something to prove. We need to be attacking and be going as far as we can. And it's going to be really, really challenging. Cody Gakpo, we need his A game. I know he scored his first goal. We need his A game. Take the chances when they're created. You go Eketike. We show why he showed already what he's capable of doing. We show how good he is on the ball, how he can be not only as a goal scorer, but as well as a provider for the team. That is going to be important because it gives us a bit of a hint of your Bobby Firmino reincarnated, like he's back into the team. So we need to see more from those guys, and it's going to be exciting how we go from this. The likes of Federico Chiesa, they might be called on to league. And I think that maybe later on in the game, the manager should put on this kid, Rio Ongoani. He needs also cause problems to Trippier. Trippier is an old man, so I'm telling you, after running around with Cody Gakpo, putting in Rio could be an interesting thing that we could see in this game. He will cause chaos for this team. So I cannot wait. It's a good game, really, on the paper. It is exciting. That midfield battle will be one for the ages. People will talk about it, will write stories about it, especially in this one. But all in all, this is an emotional game. It's literally Isak versus Liverpool. So there's a lot of things that could happen in this game. We might not really enjoy living this fixture or ready for this fixture, but we have to play what is in front of us. Florian Wirtz, we need to see some improvements. Of course, during the training this week, he keeps getting used to his teammates, how he plays, and these teammates are starting to understand him. And the backline, Gravenberch being back, it's going to be important for McAllister because it allows him a bit to move a bit forward. We were punished so much for him trying to stay at the back, to cover up and help with the likes of Dominic Soboslai. So that is going to be really important. We might see the likes of Curtis Jones being added on to help out in the game, but that will progress as the game goes and as we see how Newcastle they've set up against that. I'm really excited over this game and I cannot wait to see what happens in this game. Who will win? Who's going to be victorious? I said Liverpool would win by 2-1. That was my prediction, and I'm still going to stand by that. I could see even more goals, especially if our front three click. If they manage to do so much, they might score more goals. The reason why I said one for Newcastle is because I think they're going to score from the midfielders. I don't really know how much they might outrun us at the back with their front line, but scoring, who actually is going to be putting the ball at the back of the net if Isak is not in the team. So it's going to be exciting. I cannot wait to see what going to happen in this game. I know you guys are excited because I am excited as well. And I cannot wait to see how this one goes on. But my prediction, like I said, it's 2-1. It could even go to more when the game goes. But I think Liverpool is what it takes to win this game. They are the champions. They are still trying to challenge. We have strengthened to challenge, so let's prove it on the pitch. Even though it's going to be one of the most chaotic games we are ever going to watch, I need them to challenge for that. That's what I want to see. So I'm excited. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think Liverpool will do? How do you see this game going on? Like the video, subscribe to Connect. We'll see you on another one. We're out. Peace. Subscribe to Connect. Before I go, I almost forgotten the team that is going to play. I think I've already given you a hint, but let me just say it out. Alisson is going to be the goalkeeper, of course. On the right, I think Conor Bradley comes back, if especially Frimpong is not 100% fit, but that depends on how much he has set it up. So that could be a player that could change. But I'm putting Conor Bradley at the moment, Ibrahimo Konate next to Van Dijk. Then we have Milos Kerkez on the left. Then up front, we have McAllister and Gravenberg that back two. Then going forward, we have a three of Cody Gakpo, Florian Wirtz, and Mohamed Salah. Then up top, it's Hugo Ekitike. I think it's clear as that. Then the players will be added up like the Curtis Jones, the ones that I was mentioning. So like that video, subscribe to Connect. Let me know where you're watching us from. Peace. Subscribe to the Football Connect LFC. You always get all the predictions here earlier in the game. We're out. Peace. Subscribe to the Connect.